Yeah, recording has started.
Hi everyone. Good evening. I am Avijit, and in this program, from the starting of this program to an F1 batch, and it's like nice to be interact with you all. I'm also from Sundarbans. I guess many of you from Sundarban House as well, and I would like to thank Shreyans and Swati for the session. So I'll quickly jump over a small presentation that I have made for this session, and then I will take questions. Uh, so Harshal has already put one question, so we'll deal with that. Deal with all the questions post presentation. Okay, you guys are okay with that? Yeah. And I want you all to be interactive. I have few activities planned in between presentations. So the session will not make you bored or something. So just to start, let me share my screen. My screen visible?
Yes, yes, it's visible.
Yeah. So BDM Data Management Capstone Project. So before I start, I'll just want to ask you all, what do you mean by Capstone Project? What this word actually mean to you? So, Seyans, if they have like access to uh, unmute themselves.
Yeah, they have access. Guys, if you want to, answer the question, you can raise your hands and ask answer the
Yeah,
questions.
let the session be little interactive so that all of you guys feel something good around it. Yeah, go on, Himanshu.
Yeah, it is like a complex academic problem that student complete after the end of this the studies theory session.
Okay, nice. It's like close, but major component is missing. Next, you guys have Google. You can Google it and answer it. That also accepted. Or GPT is also accepted here in the session only. So try to answer something. Uh, The Harney answer practical applications of the theoretical learning. It's quite close and good. Good thing you Google it, lol. Okay. Business problem solving project. Herschel. End to end project. Again, Herschel. Any of you? What do you think, Shreyans? What is a capstone project?
So, in the last orientation, when we had official orientation with Aditya sir, a capstone basically, I think, referred to independent project,
Yeah,
something
it's a
like that.
part
That
of
is a
independent project. Yes, it's like capstone has few pillars: independent, end to end, and practical application based are some of it. But as a whole, you can define a capstone project. Whatever you have learned from your theoretical courses, here it's the like opportunity or a way to present it, which also cover the industrial or application part of it. Okay. And it is a standalone or individual project. Capstone is always a individual or standalone project. So to start with, uh, like it's obviously in formal definition, it's project in the diploma level for in our BS degree program, and it covers it comes under the sub level of diploma in data science. It's a real world business problem solving through data management and analysis project, where you have this application where you have to implement application of data analysis techniques and convert that into an actionable insights. So insight can be many, but all the insights cannot be suited for a business to be implemented. There are multiple other factors that works inside a real business which are not ideal. So you have to convert your analysis part into an actionable insight. So what our Capstone project is based on is business data management. So it has vaguely four stage and four stage and has some basically multiple steps. It start with proposal, a midterm report, then a final report, followed by viva presentation. And before these four stages, there is an one stage, you can say a zero stage, where you have to connect with a business or gather data. So now we have two routes basically. One is primary route, which is basically you go to a business and get the data, understand the business, formulate some problem statement, and work upon it. If you have problems in finding a business, getting the data, then you can use the secondary route, which is just to get the data from some publicly available data set. Uh, Data archives like Kaggle, and there are many Google data archives and such, where you gather the data and start doing your project, analyzing it, and uh, present something which is not previously analyzed or presented over. Okay. Second, okay, so it's an end-to-end data science project as well, because data science as a whole is around the business only. AI is application of data science comes later, but data science in its core, it's like to identify problems, analyze it in the given methodology of data analysis, and thereafter you have to do some predictive analysis to get insight, and then after generating those insight, you suggest some recommendation, and then check the impact on the business. So it's basically start with identifying the business problem and then gathering data. Thereafter, you have to clean the data, because any real data has many things like missing values, redundant values, and such. And thereafter, you have to define the methodology, what methodology that actually going to work on it. You have to do some hit and trial on methodology here as well, like implement some some analysis method if if it is working and giving you a clear insight on your problem statement, and it is good. Otherwise, you have to change your methodology and check again if it is giving answers to your problem statement. Further, to implement methodology, you have to do this data processing and thereafter data analyzing and visualization for clear understanding of the insight that you have gathered from the data analysis. And thereafter, you have to generate insights, suggest recommendation based on your insight, and then checking the impacts when this business is actually going to implement your recommendation, if you're able to make some impact or not. So among all those part, identifying problem, defining methodology, and checking impact, these three are the major pillars, I would say. And yeah, so in our case, it is like the BDM project is very beautifully, you have to serve it very beautifully with reports. And then for Viva, it is the PPT for each step, like proposal, midterm, final, and Viva presentation. And there we have a very strict recipe instruction to formulate these things, which the team called rubrics. Okay. And what more? So, is it like a hands-on experience with real-world data? Yes, it is. So you got to know how real-world data actually works. It is not ideal data set that you have few column, which is properly defined, contain proper proper rows with properly filled data. You cannot expect that those with real-world data. It always comes with missing values, redundant values, and such. Thereafter, you have to develop this critical thinking and problem solving skills. So BDM caps, like we learned so many things during our theoretical courses, but all those like ABCD formula, and like there are like XYZ and blah blah blah, tons of formulas and tons of principles, tons of theories, tons of methods are there. But do you actually able to think critically on those and implement it actual in actual problem solving? So here Capstone projects actually give you that way. Apart from this project, all other projects like MLP, mats, they are almost in ideal condition and situations that you have these things, and you have to build something, or you have to develop some models and such. Because but here in this project, and actually it is one of the toughest project in your diploma level. So here in this project, you are not constrained with any ideal situation. It's the real situation, and you have to frame it to suit the ideal situation, and uh, like and then thereafter getting some insights to like implement whatever the theories you have to get some good insight, and which is actually then converted into some actionable works or recommendation that then business apply and have some good impact in the business in terms of profitability, maybe in terms of operational efficiency. It's all boiled down to the profitability of business only, when you are like doing this business project or doing any project in a real life scenario. Industry only knows, like the whole industry and the business actually works on efficiency. Basically they want to save the time and like increase the profit. That's the whole motto. Okay, they want to earn more given less time. So so all those things boils down to how you analyze things, how you understand the situation correctly, and then you implement what is necessary in that given situation. So yeah, next thing is that it will test your proficiency in data science and analysis with a data science and analysis tools, and it will prepare you to data driven industry 4.0, which is like the ongoing industrial revolution. And it also helps you to, as I said, that it will help you to formulate a real situation into ideal one, and then implement all the theories that you have learned to get clear insights. Okay, to and which actually make you solve the industry needs and understand the industry. So talking in all those aspects, I also want to emphasis on like how actually business works. So basically business works on two things. Like first is the knowledge gap. Okay, now a consumer always have a knowledge gap than the producer. For example, my business is textile business, and if you know how manufacturers are building building or fabricating some clothes, or finalizing some clothes for you to use, and how much cost is actually involved in it, and on how much you are like buying it, it's like there is a difference. Obviously the margin is quite high from the expectation. Like what you have expected, it's like way more than that. So that's what able to understand working on this project only. So if the consumer already know this much high margin that they will going to charge us, then the the producer basically, the or the business can't able to make profits. So very clearly it is that, because there are other factors that maybe in real life scenario consumers do not want to understand. Okay, so first is that the knowledge gap over which the business is working. Okay, the whole business, whole buying and selling, whole trading thing is operating. And second, how business works is like the the requirements. Okay, now the requirements come from the consumer side. Okay, I want that to satisfy some needs or some wishes or whatever it is. So that is there, that the producer has to identify what is the requirement of current scenario or the consumer base, and then work according to it. So that's there. And yeah, so did you get it right correctly what this project is? So it's just a report making exercise? It is not. It is obviously not a report making exercise. So kindly, if you are like good at writing or good at making reports, then don't think that it's just going to be a simple report making exercise. It is not. It is a part of it, report making and skills in like writing effectively, whatever you are like want to convey through your want to convey through your analysis. It should be there properly in the report and in a very concise manner. A report should not like a storybook. You do not have this leverage to write hundred of pages. You have to compress it within 20 page at max in your final report, and proposals and midterms are way less than that. It's 10 and 5 pages only. So report making exercise is also a very skillful thing, but it is not whole of it. Okay, or it is a merely data analysis assignment. It is not, obviously it is not. You have to model the real scenario into first ideal scenarios, and then utilize all the data analysis skills that you have learned in this program or elsewhere to get the thing clearly. So it is a part of it, and again it is not the whole project. Okay, so there is like very common questions like this: can you fabricate a data set? No, it's a clear no, you cannot. If you are going to do this project on a fabricate data set, then you will get to know nothing basically. Okay, so there are many assignments are there in the.
Hello.
Yeah, go on.
Sorry to interrupt. Is this meeting based for data science or electron system?
I guess BDM is in data science only.
Okay, actually, I'm from electronics background, so I got to
That
Google it. So I asked.
Okay.
Yeah, it was added on the student activities and Sundarbans calendar.
Okay. So this is based on what?
It's a
This
BDM
is,
project, I guess.
yeah.
Yes, yes, go on.
Yeah, in our diploma level, we have four projects in data science. So BDM is one of those projects. Yeah, that is what we are discussing here.
Okay, okay, okay. Sorry.
No issues. And guys, unless it is super necessary, don't interrupt in between. Okay? Chalo.
Yeah, you can ping in any mass over the chat box. Okay, so again, so it's like a blah 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 and more blah. So it's like very clearly, I would say it is a real world data science and data analytics experience which allow you to test and showcase your skills before entering in the industry. Okay, you can also develop like, yeah, during this project you can develop softwares or supporting infrastructure, and based on your expertise for hands-on practice as well, and for evaluation in the real world for the business. Like if you gather some insight that the inventory of the business is not optimized, the reason is they are not able to gather the data, or they are not maintaining the data as proper, or their data maintaining system is not good, then you can actually go and develop a software, because here you can test your software development skills, and you can also use some AIs and ML infrastructure or predictive analysis infrastructures in your software to help the business based on your analysis to solve this inventory problem or whatever it is. Like it can be a sales problem or something. So this is an open-ended project. Here you have every tools that you are going to need or that you want to utilize, and it is going to give you a very good experience in all of that. Because when you are entering industry works on the, as I said, that the requirement from the consumer. So if you're able to understand what actually this business required, and you are going to develop that solution for you, they develop that solution for the business, then it will obviously a plus to your CV first, a plus to the skills or the skills that you have, because you are going to test it, like test whatever you develop. It is going to be there in the business, and they are going to use it. So it is like nothing better than you are like doing an internship and doing this project, I would say. Okay, so when you are going to do some internship, then it is the same that you are going to experience the real industry. And here with this project, you can experience the same thing. Apart from that, if you have in mind that you are going to be an entrepreneur and pursue some entrepreneurship or something, then it is also a good way to identify the business and sectors and identify the lacks in it, and so that you can build something or some business on that lag. As I said, that business works on two things. First is the knowledge gap or lags. So if you're able to understand this is the lag in this industry, and you come up with a business that actually going to fulfill that lag. Okay, so you are anyway exploring the entrepreneurship thing as well. So experiencing it in real time. Okay, so as I said that it's like you have to service these things with reports and PPTs with a very predefined, very strictly defined recipes as rubrics. So this is obviously not going to make you a great cook. not a great writer or poet or something, but it is actually going to make you a good data science enthusiast, good data analytics, good data
Hello, Abhijit.
analytics
Sorry to
person.
interrupt. I just recently joined. Did I miss something?
I don't think much, Rajni. So apart from that, recording is there, I think, Srihan. So
Okay,
he'll
where
going.
can I find the recording?
Yeah, so the recording will be there on our YouTube channel, on the Sundarban's YouTube channel. I'll actually paste the link for the channel here in the chat box, and you guys can subscribe to it. And once this session is over, after 2 3 hours, we'll upload the recording there. Okay.
Yeah, so I want to continue it. Yeah, so now the thing is that yeah, it will give you a data science, data analytics experience. Apart from that, entrepreneurship experience and kind of an internship experience as well. And if you do well with this project, you will actually able to gather this insight how businesses actually works. And anyway, when you are going for placement or entrepreneurship, in both cases, you have to understand the business, because either a way you are actually going to support that business to make some profits. So this is a good start, I would say. Next, I'll quickly run through the how this project actually works in like a few stages, as I mentioned earlier, and thereafter I'll do the Q&A session. So first is like for finding the business or the data set. So for primary route, you have to find the business, and then data set, you have to gather the data from within the business or from the business. And if you are doing secondary, then you actually able to you actually have to find the data set. So I'll cover the primary route first. So in the primary route, you have to first identify the a potential business. Okay, maybe it's very big business or it's a small business. It doesn't matter, organized or unorganized. It does not matter. Okay, eventually, small and unorganized businesses are more challenging than organized big businesses. Okay, so you can actually think. So the best way is that first make a list what businesses you actually want to list out. Okay, and categorize it in big, small, organized, unorganized. And another column is that how good connectivity you have, or you expect that business is going to share their problems and share the data set as well. So mark it down, reach out to that business, establish first contact, and it should be professional. Professional in a way. Just don't go and say that I have this project, I am from IITM, and I have this academic project called BDM Capstone Project, and I need your data to analyze. No one going to give you that data. I am saying it very clearly that no one going to give you that data. If you just reach out to them and ask them, share your data set. Why should they? Okay, now whenever you are in the real life scenario, no one actually going to give you anything if they are not getting some profit from you. Okay, so how should you make them feel that they are getting some profit? So again, any business owner or any business or any industry has they have two things that matters for them. First, if you're able to minimize their time, or if you're able to maximize their profit. Minimize the time, basically operational time or whatever the time requirement, basically, and the maximize the profit. Okay, these are the two main pillars. So if you any way able to suggest them, okay, like just go to them, understand their business first. Okay, where you are like for their business, they are very good to say, okay, I am dealing with textile, or I am dealing with steel industry, I'm dealing with coal industry, or whatever it is. Okay, they love to talk on their business. Okay, they find themselves, okay, I am doing this is done by this process, this is done by that process, or I have this small shop. Okay, I used to sell this product. Okay, and once you understand what is their business is, then you can say, okay, do you have any problem? So like 99% of the cases, they will say, no, I don't have any problem, my business is running good. Because for the business up, this is basically if you reach out to small businesses or unorganized businesses. Normally in organized and big businesses, you expect that they should have some problems that they are facing, but in general, if you go to like any business, they will say no, we are running good, we are making profits, so we don't have any problem. But the thing is that today's profit, uh, which they are like seeing, if they are unorganized and they are not maintaining data, they are not using data analysis tools or data science tools in their business, then it is a like very, it has a very good probability that in the coming future they will they will suffer losses, or they will suffer, the business will suffer. Okay, so but they don't know. Okay, business owner don't know, because at that time when you are reaching to them, they will feel that they have sufficient profit, and they have, their business is running good. So once once you understand their business, come back home, think upon it, like what problems they may have. Okay, what problems they may have, if their sales is going down, they are using inventory systems or not, their inventory, like if it is a medical store, then if like their medicines, whatever they have, is they able to sell it before the expiry date or not, like such, you have to think around it. And then go again. Okay, and then in the second iteration, first iteration, basically in the first iteration, you have to tell, okay, do you have this problem? So uh, you actually have to formulate the problem statement by yourself, and then reach out to them to discuss whether do you have this problem. So if they anyway show a little uh, a little enthusiasm, okay, like they may say that, okay, I think that it may be a problem, but it will not impacting much, so we can overlook it, or they are overlooking it, so like that. So at that specific moment, those where the business owner shows a little interest toward the business problem, those are going to be your problem statement. Okay, so and thereafter again the case comes for the data gathering part. So I'll come to that later. Before that, yeah, so before yeah, obviously, so the crux of what I am telling here is that whenever you are reaching out to business, think in the perspective of business owner, not in the perspective of solving this project or doing this project well. Okay, because when you are going to think, okay, I am going to do this project with as grade or whatever it is. Okay, then you will ask, then you will directly going to ask for data set, and they will not like to share the data set, because they will feel that, okay, these are my some secrets they have in this their business, and those business going to be revealed, and that may impact badly on the business, or they will not have time to discuss or like help you in your work simply. Okay, so you have to make them understand that yes, if you are going to or share the data set, or share some time with me to discuss your problem, then actually I will able to help you increase your profits, or decrease your cost, or if optimize your time requirements and such. So the request you are going to make around the problems and around the business, and not for data. Once you formulate your problem statement, once you understand the business, once you get to know, okay, these are the specific problems that the business might be facing, then you can approach, okay, you have this problem, you already you also know this problem is there in the business, and if you are not know, then I am like awareing you that these are the problems that are going to arise, and so to solve this, if you can share the data, I can help you with. And then like almost 80 to 90% cases, they are ready to solve that, they're ready to give whatever you want, basically. So it's happened with me, and it's happened with many whom I guided for this project. Okay, one thing is that you can explore traditional industries like textile, arts, and agro-based industry business. That in those sectors, data analysis is quite absent, basically, in a way, like they don't trust on data analysis and all those things. So and apart from that, I would suggest that in every city or every district of India, there are like some cottage industry, or some kind of industry is there, which is now maybe not that much in front of everyone, or very popular. But you can explore those businesses, because once you go to those business and explore and help them grow, that actually going to give you a good insight on how the Indian economy at its base and core works. And then like doing on a project on those things will give you a great insight on how actually businesses works, and it will be a very plus to your uh, skills resume or whatever you can say. Yeah, so last point is that think about observed business and guess the potential problem. So now, yeah, it's simple activity. So all of you today only, or today only come across some businesses for sure. So the activity is to just think whatever business you have come across and what problems they might have. It's If it's a bad problem, it's good. It's a nice problem, it's again good. It's a very basic problem, it's good. It's a complex problem, it's also good. So just raise your hand or put your responses in a chat box for the if you encounter with any business, which is for short because business is all around us. Okay. And what problems do you think they have? I expect at least a few responses.
Actually, sir, in sub business, if we will not give any product on a right cost or maybe some, uh, I mean, offer on those cost, then customer may go from other shops to other due
Yeah,
to
so
its
which
price.
business actually you have encountered, which business you
Clothes,
are?
clothes.
Cloth. Okay. So cloth business, you are saying that the whole prices are going to be a problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And thereafter, it's Burhan Iqbal Khan said that wholesale shoe business. So what problem do you think, Iqbal, that this wholesale shoe business has?
So I feel like in wholesale shoe business, the inventory has to be managed efficiently as per the season. For example, currently in Kashmir it's snowing, so the stock should be of winter shoes, and in summers the shoes must be of this summer
Yeah,
shoes.
it should be optimized as per the season. So seasonality, you are saying that they should be optimize their business or inventory as per seasonality. So
Yeah.
that would require a seasonality analysis basically. So it's a okay. Next, I have one with Parnita Jan. It says cloth shop which is dye because of online. Parnita, if you can just unmute and discuss this, how it is like dying to online. No, like your background is full of music.
Parnita, we are able to hear the song more clearly than we are able to hear your voice.
Yeah, so you can just type it down. It's okay.
She's roaming for data set.
Okay.
Sorry,
So
sorry.
just type it down, Pranita. We can go to Yogi Raj then. So Yogi Raj says for most of the stationery business, they face inventory management challenges. So what type of inventory stationery business you come across today, Yogi Raj?
Sorry, because many shops are doing business is not going due to online
So it's better if you can type it down. You are not audible. Yeah, Akbar, go on.
So I may have a question like even if suppose like I got the data
Mm-hmm.
and I analyze the problem on it, then can you precisely tell me how I'm going to solve that problem for that particular business
We'll
or
come to those questions just later part after 5:30, 5:45, I guess. Till the time, I have a simple activity for you that just think around a business that you have come across today and just try to formulate a problem on that business only.
no.
What you're
Actually
thinking. Yeah, go on.
I have one more question. That is
Yeah,
actually I there is one of my relative is working with one of the construction company. Okay,
yeah,
and I just to get my hands on some data, I asked for some data from him, and he gave me the data, but that is totally different from what we see usually in the lectures or in the practice session. Their
Yeah,
data is totally too much organized that I'm not able to understand what's inside, and even not I'm not able to generate any problem that I can see. I mean, like, I'm not able to understand the data, how I'm going to analyze it, or how I'm going to capture things from it. It's
yeah.
totally
So
different from what we see.
problems comes from data as well, but in general problems comes from the understanding of business. If you understand the business, then you can able to formulate the problem only, no? So you have to understand the business first. Okay, if you understand the business first, then you find the lacks and you can able to formulate the problem statement, and then you can use the data to solve it, to understand those problem statement at its core, and then it you can solve it. Okay, so we'll talk on this in the
Just a
Q&A.
little, sir, just a little more question.
Yeah.
That if I get this data from that employee,
Mm.
okay, I will not be able to use that data, right? Because I need that owner permission for that.
Yeah, basically, yes, you have to have proof like this. The data set should be consented data set by the business owner or by the employee. If employee is like has this authority to
For
share
ex-
the data, and he can prove that data set is
just
like, he can comes to a like share you a letter of basically acceptance that they are accepting it, that you are conducting the business on their business, conducting
can
this
I take the
project.
consent?
Okay, yeah,
Can
take
I
the
take the
consent.
consent from the head accountant of the company? Actually, he is
That
the head
also works
accountant.
if he can he is in the authority to share the data set, then why not?
I mean, how are you? How are we going? I mean, how is IITM going to check out for the consent of the data?
I will come to that part in I have a section on it. Okay, I will come to that part as well. Just wait for a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, so some like yeah, first I go, it's like Bhavik Arora. Hmm. Unmute and like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I have a point with the activity we were doing. So is it still going on?
yeah, it's still going on here.
Yeah. Yeah. So today actually we went to a treasure hunt kind of the mystery rooms that people organize. So it was a business at a mall. So the problem I discovered there was that like they are in a mall, so they have to pay rent, and the rent's pretty high. So during weekend, so they have two rooms. They can cater to two groups at a time. So during weekends, there are so many groups and so many people that they are not able to cater to all of them. And
Mm.
during the weekdays, uh, like if they increase the space, they have to pay uh, exponential rent, but the demand is very low. So that mismatch, I was talking to the business guy who runs that mystery room. So
Okay,
that particular thing I discovered. Yeah.
yeah, it's a nice one, and actually you can do this project around it as well. It's a good one. Okay, next we have
Yeah.
Iqbal.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, go on.
Actually, in my vicinity, there are most of the business in which they don't maintain data on Excel sheet, or they maintain it on old traditional ways or in notebooks and books. Uh, so what am I supposed to do? Do I have to enter the data set
Yeah,
into the?
you can enter the data set, and if they are maintaining it over a diary and it is in a structured way over the diary, then you can write some good OCR scripts, and you can actually take those convert those using your script, like take a photograph of all those,
I got
use
it.
that script and convert it into CSV. That also works.
So that would be, so they have lot of data set. So is there is a time of span in which I have to take the data set of 1 month, 2 months? How much data set?
Again, it's come boils down to the problem statements. If your problem statement requires you to have your year of data, then you should have a year of data. If your problem statement is framed on a month of data, then you can easily solve it using a month of data.
So can I take a data set over a whole year, but month wise? For example, I will take for
Yeah,
five
exactly.
days,
So
best 5 days in the first month, best 5 day in the second month, best 5 days in the seventh month, like this.
yeah, you can do that.
Hello,
Thank you.
sir.
Yeah, Faiz.
Actually,
But before you wait a minute, Yogiraz has raised hand. Yogiraz, go on.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, go on.
Sir, I think most of the stationery business they face inventory management issues, like
Mm-hmm.
during the admission season around June July.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Most of the stationery businesses I saw that they don't have many much varieties in like backpacks or pens, so customer won't get to see much varieties in products. So
Yeah.
then there is a gap
There is a
which.
problem in those stationary business, so you can you can take one, you can work with one stationary business, and you can actually use the or a model that that specific business for other stationary business as well. Okay, this is a stationary business I'm working with. They have this inventory management issue, and this issue is persistent among other stationary businesses. So I am solving this. I'm recommending this. So if other business also implement this, they will get profit from.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Next, we have Faz. Go on.
sir, the location of shops also impact on its profit or loss.
Exactly. You can do a geolocation analysis, a geographical analysis, and you can identify these are the crowded regions or these are the marketplaces, and these are the not crowded region, basically a narrow marketplace. So you can there are like this
But then
I have
how
in yeah.
how data will help for me on analyzing those problem?
You can
Because
do it. You can do it you can just like you actually first have to understand the location. Okay, this is the location, and the sales they are generating from this location is that, and this location, and then you can do this correlation with this location has this expected amount of crowd, which is this, and this location which is 1 kilometer apart from this location for say has this crowd, and then you can run a correlation analysis for the sales and this location, and then you can actually able to predict, okay, if they shift to this location, then they get this much amount of sales. So the by that way, you have to sometimes you have to assume, okay, this is a small location. Yeah, actually there is a very good concept in game theory, where actually the whole game theory is on this qualitative analysis part only, but it is solved through in a quantitative way, and where you expect and assume, okay, this is the location, they are doing this with this, and this is the location, this is the situation, and they can do this if they shift to this location. So these are the ways you can formulate or model your real scenario into an ideal one,
An
and
ideal
then
one. Okay, sir.
yeah. So done with this activity. Now let me come ahead, and then I'll go through the other chats thereafter. So that's there. Yeah, so for this business, forming a good problem statement is very necessary, and as we have discussed in this 5-10 minutes, that every business, whatever you guys have put in here, had some or other problems, either it is like geolocations or with inventory and such. So you have to have this mindset when you are approaching the business, that you approach the business in a way to help them, not in a way to not in a way to get help from them. Okay, and there are some motivations. Problems are not stop signs, they are guidelines basically, and in this project specifically, problems are the guidelines to make this project well basically. Okay, next is so next stage is the proposal stage, and the proposal stage is specifically based on the problem the problem statement finding, and then you have to given expected approach on the problem solving. Okay, so I have encountered many, like basically in my time, my project time. Apart from few mentees that I have guided, so now executive summary I'll come later. Title I come later. First is the organization background. So in the organization background, you guys expected to write the background of the organization with key numbers, like their annual turnover, like their number of employees, their location, a simple quick history of the business, in which sector they are dealing in. Is it textile sector? Is it software industry, IT industry, or which sector they are actually dealing with? Apart from that, you can write it is a B2B or a B2C business. Okay, so these are key things that you have to put up along with the basic history and their market they are operating on, and what products they are like, what product or sectors, or in which way they are doing the business. Next, problem statement. So whole this discussion is specifically around a problem statement only. So I'll think that you will be able to gather it. So in the problem statement, you have to formulate at least two problem statement. One also works if the problem statement is enough, like vast, that is like capable for this project expectation. But at least two, three problem statement you should have. Then you have to state the background of the problem. Now what is the background of the problem? Background of the problem, how you actually able to like get this problem statement from, what are the key factors that actually make you assume that these are the problems that business actually facing. So for say that you see that their sales are going down, so your problem statement is like that: optimizing sales for this business or optimizing revenue for this business because sales is going down. Or you see that the cost of manufacturing or the labors, they have a labor shortage. So you can say that okay, this is the background, and so that I am formulating that I am going to optimize their labor cost or their or their employability settings, what they have. Next is you have to give the problem solving approach. Now this is a proposal, so whatever you are going to propose in terms of problem solving approach is going to be okay, these are my intended, or these are like intuited method that I am going to implement and solve these problems that I have set in the problem statement. So this section is specifically, these are the report format. Basically in that way you have to format the report, and also the project is will works on this format only. You have to understand, anyway you have to understand the business organization, why, how this organization or how this business is working. So whatever you understand you can write it here. Then you have to formulate the problems. So what are the problems you formulating, you can write it here. And thereafter how these problems comes, you can write in the background. And these are my intuitive methods that we are going to solve, so you can write it here. And this section actually contains three subsection. Uh, one is about the methods that you are going to utilize. Next is the intended data that you want to collect. Now collecting data not mean that you have to go and then collect data points each and each. It may be that you are just collecting a data set that they have for a year back. Okay, now 1 year of data you are collecting, so you should not wait that okay, in future I will wait for 1 year and collect the data points. It is not like that. Okay, you can also do some surveys for your intended data set collection. You can do some qualitative meetings where you discuss some specific questions to understand or understand build your understanding around the business and the problem statement. So those things should be written in the, or those things should be done in the problem solving approach section 2, which is intended data collection. And finally the subsection, the last subsection is your tools that you are going to utilize. Okay, now tools can be some libraries of Python or some Excel or some specific tools in Excel, or they like that, like whatever, or Power BI, or you can use some good dashboarding like Google Looker Studio, Power BI, Tableau, and such. So you have to write those things. And again, so for any choices that you're going to make in this project, you have to justify and establish this rationally. Now, to justify why you have chosen this specific thing and not other, and for rationale, you have to connect those things with your problem statement. Okay, I am having this problem and this is specific. Uh, uh, you are doing a regression analysis. So I am doing this regression analysis because this is better than this in this way, And because now how to establish rationally, because this regression analysis going to give me insight on this problem statement. You have to establish those things in your problem solving approach in the methods. And same for the data, I am going to collect this data because I am intending or intuiting to implement this analysis that will going to help me solving this problem statement. Okay. And then you have to put the expected timelines. Expected timeline, they demand two things. One is the work breakdown structure, how you're going to work, or how you are breaking down your work. Now project is a big whole thing. Okay, so you cannot solve it at once. You have to solve it in small sections. So those small sections are going to be there in the work breakdown structure, and then a Gantt chart which basically says the timeline of those small breakdowns. Okay, I am going to collect the data set from this to this, I am going to conduct some meetings from this to this, and then I am going to work on the proposal and problem statement from this to this and such. Okay, and then finally the expected outcome. So whatever you are expecting after solving this statement, that this project could expect in terms of recommendation or in terms of the impact that this project going to make on the business. I think I am clear. Yeah.
Yes.
So next is yeah. So having said that, now I think this one is pretty much clear. So it is the easiest, basically the easier part than other two reports or other two sections. And yeah, particularly to focus over, you have to write the problem statement like very clearly and very mindfully, basically, and a problem solving approach as well. Next come, this is for the primary path only, that you have to submit a midterm submission. So what midterm submissions in mid, yeah, okay, no, I forget the executive summary. So yeah, so come again to the executive summary. So what is actually executive summary? So executive summary for any report or document, okay, any formal document has some kind of summary in it. Either you go to research paper, you'll find abstraction. You'll go into some book, it's had some preface. Okay, now what these sections means, and in a report you'll find the executive summary, basically in any professional report. So executive summary is a summary of the whole document. When I'm saying whole document, it should contain the highlights of organization's background, contain the highlights of problem statement, contain the highlights of background of the problem, and problem solving approach, expected timeline, and outcome. So you have to summarize all these sections in your executive summary. So for the example, if I read your executive summary, then I should have pretty much good understanding of these points. Okay, just by reading your executive summary, I should have enough good understanding of this point, what this section's going to be like what this section going to contain. Okay, now the title part. So your title should be professional. It should not be like ABCD or whatever you want to write. It is not like that. If you're going to optimize something, then should start. You should write, okay, optimizing this and these things for this and this business. So it should look professional. It should be concise. You cannot write one paragraph for the title. Yeah, a title should be very concise, 7 to 10, like 5 to 10 words ideally. Okay, and it should reflect the project. One statement should reflect the project. Yeah. So next is the, yeah, here the title, obviously title not going to be changed. It is for all the project, whatever you decided in your proposal during proposal, it should be contained throughout your project. Now I'll come to executive summary. Here executive summary as well going to be the summary of your proof of originality, metadata, and detailed explanation of analysis or processes, and then results and finding. Now in here, in this executive summary, you also have to connect with the proposal. So you have to summarize all those things within one para at most in this executive summary that should establish a connection with your proposal. So to have the flow, okay, these reports are not independent. These reports are on the top of one and above, one above one. Okay, like this midterm submission report is built upon this proposal, and then the final report is going to be built upon the midterm. So you have established link of connectivity that should be there in the executive summary first para, and other paragraphs in the executive summary should contain these things. Obviously not proof of originality, you should not like put in the executive summary, it is not required. It's kind of like 3 4 lines basically only. So in the proof of originality you should put only links, basically saying the survey link if you conducted any survey, some photographs of the business to establish that yeah, you are actually working with the business and you are not fabricating the data set, or you are not like doing something abcd to get the data, or to do this project. Okay, a letter from organization which establish the fact that that they are consented with the sharing data set and conducting this project or conducting this research or whatever it is on their businesses, and they are like okay with that. And there is short video with the I think Akbar asked the question, so I think it is clear for you Akbar now, that you have to put on short video interacting with the business owner, what or whatever the POC is there, like it may be, or whoever in the position of sharing the data set and in the authority to allow you to conduct this project on the business. Next is comes the metadata and descriptive statistics part. So in the metadata part, now what is the metadata? So now once you have the problem statement, you think what are the data set that required to solve those problem statement, what are the metrics that required to solve those statement, a intuitive one basically. And then once you receive the data set, it will contain comes with some columns. For example, total cost, total amount, maybe had some ID. For example, if you're going with the sales data, then it should have a sales date of billing, or a ID to identify date of ABCD, whatever, and thereafter the price, the quantity, the product, and the total amount as such, like that. So it will come with some columns, and every column has a header. So all the headers are the metadata in general. So in metadata, first you have to describe, okay, this is sales data, and sales data is this. Okay, now in sales data I have one header, which basically one column head or header, which is date of purchase or date of sale, whatever it is. Okay, now date of sales or date of purchase, you have to write a one single line or 2 line description. Okay, date of purchase is this and this. And then you have to say, okay, this data contain data in date format, and this is a nominal data, ordinal data, or you have to do ratio data, or is a interval data, or like the nature of the data. If it has any quantity, like for example, if the price has a quantity of rupee, has a unit of rupees, then you have to put, okay, the data column has a unit of rupees. If it is some something in weight, then you have to put all the data here has a unit of kilogram. So whoever reading your reports and further going to read your analysis and method, understand, okay, this is the metadata, these are the columns, and these are the specifications of column. So you have to put those things in metadata. Next is the descriptive statistics. So in descriptive statistics, you have to just give the mean, median, mode, and all the standard deviation, skewness, uh, uh, all like mean value, max value, median value, or percentile values, or quartile values, like that. Okay, or you have to put all those things for each of the column. If it is continuous, then you are going to get continuous, in a sense it's a numerical data and it's a continuous data set, then you are going to get mean, median, mode, standard deviation, skewness, and such. And if it's a categorical data like date as such, then you can have a starting date, ending date. Okay, if it is some kind of category data like for say gender, male, female, so you can establish male is this percent, female is this percent. So overall understanding of the overall descriptive understanding of the data set. Clear? Next, now comes to the detailed explanation of analysis and process or methods. So in this section, for the midterm, you have to put all the primary analysis that you have conducted. Okay, I have said earlier that when you are like exploring the analysis method and conducting methods, then you have to hit and try, like try some methods. It may not going to give you the exact results what you are like expecting, or the insight what you are actually expecting to solve your problem statement, or it may give you. So the midterm analysis is, or midterm submission require you to submit the primary analysis that you have conducted. It is like more often it's like 5, 6 or 4 to 6 analysis that you can do in the midterm. Now, and in this analysis method, so start with, first you have to write the data cleaning steps. So as I said, that real data, it's like a very less chance that it comes with a very it going to be a clean data, or it may be it may be a situation where your method demands some complex columns in terms of, like if some data set carry price and rate of some items, then it is very intuitive that it should not contain total amount. Okay, and then you have to add one column where you have to multiply the this price and rate variable to get the total amount for the specific item. So you have to write those things. If you have added any new column to the data set, you write, okay, I have multiplied this to get the total amount of this. So all those will comes in the data cleaning part. So first is the data cleaning you have to give here, and then comes all the analysis things. Now in the analysis things, you have to very specifically define each method, possibly in a point wise format. Like you are going to you for primary analysis, you have conducted one regression test or seasonality test. Okay, or more basic analysis like histogram analysis, kind of like that, or Pareto analysis in a like very basic manner. You have to write, okay, I have yeah, first is my linear regression or regression analysis, and then you have to define, like here you have to answer 4 or 5 things for each analysis that you have done. First you have to define what that method is, how you are going to, how you are conducted, on which specific columns you have choose from the data set to conduct this analysis. Second, a third is the justification, which is actually going why you have chosen this method and not other. And fourth is a rationale. Now in rationale, you have to again establish the choice of this method to your problem statement. Okay, so whatever you are, whenever you are making decisions, like choosing a method, like choosing a data set, like choosing some like giving some insight, which is in the final report, I will discuss there. So you have to justify it and establish the rationale. Okay, next is results and finding. And now once you conducted all those methods, in methods you can do some statistical analysis like t-test, the chi-square test, man-whitney test, and there are many tests. Okay, in the statistical part, you can conduct some regression or time series analysis, and there are multiple analysis that you can do, whichever your project statement demand. And then in the results and finding, you have to put those findings either in visualizations or graphs format or in tabulated format. Preferably, you should use visualizations more, because visualizations are more clearer, and it is like in a very clear way you can understand the insight or find the trends there. And then for each visualization, you have to write the findings. Okay, now what is a finding? So finding are direct insights that you're getting from the visualizations or the analysis that you have conducted itself. It may not connect with the business ground. I will explain this in the final report. So that's all you are going to do in the midterm submission. Next, the solution, which is the final report. For primary, there are only 4 sections, including executive summary, this detail analysis and process or method going, the subsections like data cleaning and all those part going to similar like midterm, but it is like the analysis. If you conducted a regression analysis in your midterm, so ideally you should not repeat those things in the final report. Okay, the midterm is going to be a primary and preliminary analysis, so it may be some of your preliminary analysis going to be your final analysis as well. So you can put those things there, but not all. Okay, not all matlab, it is quite clear that not all analysis, like primary analysis that you conducted, will going to give you the final insight. Okay, so here you can you expected to put only final analysis, and you have to establish what, you have to establish how, you have to establish the justification for all those analysis, and then a rationale to all those analysis. Okay, now this section results and finding will be same, and it will contain all the analysis that you have conducted, for all the final analysis that you have conducted in the project. Then you have to put the visualizations or use the tables to put all the insight there. You have to write the findings that you're getting from the results. So that's all up till this. And now the final sections talks about the interpretation of results and recommendation. Now there is a fine line difference between findings and interpretation. Okay, now for example, if you are going to conduct some experiment in a chemistry lab, and you have given some metal A and you have given some salt or some solution B, and you conducted the analysis, you get some C. Okay, now C, or C with some ABCD or some for say red color. Then in the findings, in the analysis method, you are going to write, okay, I am conducting this experiment. In the results, you're going to say, okay, A and B, I mix A and B, and in result I'll get a red colored something, red colored solution. So that when you are writing that red color solution, it is your finding that that basically that is your direct observation from the result. Clear? So yeah, sorry. So it is your direct observation from results. At this point, it is a probability that you may not know why this red colors come. So for that, you have to understand the business or the experiment. Okay, basically, and that is going to be there in the interpretation. Okay, now here in the interpretation, what is actually expected is that that whatever analysis and findings you get, you should able to connect it with the business ground and write it in the form of answers to your problem statement. So interpretation are basically your answers to all the problem statement that you have. I have formulated revenue optimization as my problem statement. So revenue is not optimized here because of these things, and which is clearly stated or demonstrated through these results that I have found using this analysis. So that all things you have to write in the interpretation and result part. And further, whatever you once you clearly understand the problem, once you identify the problem creating. Hi, can you just mute whoever is there? Kanwal Rai, can you just mute yourself? Yeah. So once you done with your once you understand the problem and you understand problem causing factors, then you can easily write the recommendation. Okay, these are the problem causing factors. You can do this to remove these things. The recommendation is again strictly based on whatever the findings that you can that you have get. It should not be intuitive. Okay, it should not be intuitive in any way. You are doing conducting your whole project on sales analysis, and you will find this is the these are the issue, and you are then going to recommend, okay, don't do this, do this something else, like which is again it is not in any way connected with your sales optimization or whatever it is. So do not recommend that. Recommend only whatever you are whatever you get from the analysis process and methods only. Okay, or through your interpretation of results, like the factors that you have identified as a problematic factor. So that's all for the final report part. And like for the secondary thing, now as secondary route does not have any midterm submission, it's only have final report submission. So in the final report submission, you have to put the executive summary, which is basically summary of these things. The title, which is same as the proposal. Proof of originality. Here in the proof of originality, you have to put the link of the data set from where you have gathered the data set. You have to put the metadata and descriptive statics of the dataset as discussed in the midterm report, and detail analysis and method. The final detail, obviously, as it is a secondary route, so the primary analysis almost available with all the data archives wherever you are going to connect. So there is no meaning of conducting any primary analysis. Just directly go and conduct your final analysis to get your results. and whatever the final analysis that you have done, put it there, justify it, establish rationale, put how you are doing it, and what these methods are. Then put your results and finding, the uh, same as discussed before, and then interpretation of results and recommendation. So I would like to say one thing. The secondary data, it is expected that you should do this project for a business. Okay, but there might be a case then when you want to explore further and do this with a do this on a government data set. Like for example, like Bihar has this flood issue every year. So you can go to some relevant government data archives to gather reports on dams or river control mechanism, and then want to conduct that project on it. So you can do that, but then you have to hypothesize around around a business or an NGO who is like working on helping people who are suffering with flood. So I am like it's again, secondary is like you do not have to actually connect with the business. So here you can assume that I am connected with that business. So in the secondary route only, not in the final primary route. Primary route, you have to go to a business, talk with them, establish a relationship, understand the business, understand the problems they may have, then go to them, talk with them again, make them understand that these problems are in maybe they're in the business. So I want to help you with this problem, so I want the data. They will give the data, analyze it properly, understand those problems clearly through your analysis, identify problematic factors and trends, and then as per that suggest the recommendation. So that's all. Like in the final, you have to present all those things through a Viva and like you have to use a PPT to demonstrate the project. So here comes the thing that in the Viva, okay, the all things is around your project only. You have to just justify your choices in the methodology or in the analysis or the recommendation or the dataset choice or whatever choice or decisions that you have made during this project first. Second, they may ask you deeper questions for the analysis that you have chosen. For example, if you choose some time series analysis like time series decomposition or seasonality, then they can go to the mathematical part and ask, okay, what are the formulas involved in it, and what are the ABCD of this analysis and such. Okay, one thing I have missed here in the detailed analysis and process method. For each analysis, you expected to put if it has any formal mathematical abstraction or mathematical formula, then it is expected that you should put under the what section of it. Like for example, linear regression, like you cannot properly define. Like you can write what is a linear regression, but it is more better that if you can demonstrate it through a mathematical abstraction. Okay, linear regression is y is equals to ABCD or y is equals to something something. Yeah, so in the the presentation part, yeah, now PPT is 10 maximum slide. You can have a title slide, you can have an organization background slide. So the summarization of the whole project in a proper manner so that the Viva instructor will understand the project clearly through the presentation only. And then the problem statement, your data collection and methodology sections, your results and finding, and whatever you have interpreted through the results and whatever recommendation you are giving. And you can also put a conclusion and next step or any impact, if any, like you have conducted this project for whole 3 month or 4 month in the business, and you're able to derive a 10% increase in their revenue through this business. So you can actually establish this in your Viva as well. Okay, I have conducted this, sir, and I am able to increase their profitability, increase their optimize their inventory so well. I have also built this tool and that tool to optimize this thing. So here you can like talk on all those things in the last slide. And if there is none, then you should not put this slide in any way. Okay, so that's all the talking part. Now I think we can discuss more openly. So there are many questions. Oh, when this screen is not sharing by, do you guys?
Just now.
Oh, it's Just now, or it's like it's okay. Previous slide. So here it is. It's nothing much. Now we can take the questions one by one. So first is Vinod. Go on. Vinod, are you audible? You are not audible. Sorry. Yeah, Tanmay, go on.
Hi, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Actually, my question is a little elaborated one. Sir,
Yeah.
I did started my project actually in May term, and this is my second term doing this, but unfortunately, I was unable to submit it. So, I just wanted to know next term I'll start fresh, right?
No, you if you already submitted the proposal, then you will start from midterm only. Or
But I need to pay the fees again, right? Because my two
yes,
terms are complete because I'm in
yes.
May.
Yeah, you need to pay the fee.
But I'll start for only midterm only. I'm path one. I'm from
You
path
already
one.
submitted your proposal.
Yeah, my proposal got approved, but my midterm got rejected.
Yeah, so you like with the current set of rules, you can start with midterm only.
So that my data will be with them only, like it will be
Yes,
there.
yes.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, sir. That is my question.
Yeah. One thing I forget to mention is that this project ideally took 5 to 6 months if you are doing this project, like to give this project at least 2 term. Okay, or if you are like going short of something, then like 4 month, 3 to 4 month you should give this project. Don't do it like a proposal in same month, for midterm in same month, and then final in same month. You will never get the test of this project. Maybe you pass this project, but the crux of it, or the understanding that this project built within you, which is again going to help you much when you are facing interviews or building some entrepreneurship or some business, will be missed. Yeah, next.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go on then. Anything?
No, sir. I said I got it. Thank you.
Yeah, next is Fayaj. Go on.
Sir, my question is, what would be? I think in Jan term we can't. There is no window for proposal. Then
Dates are not yet like released, so
Yeah, the
wait for that.
proposal date
Feb,
will
yeah,
start
Feb,
from
yeah.
first to third Feb is the proposal for the
No, no, no,
and
Sriyansh.
from
This time, like the Jan, they are like, say, I think there is a upgradation of portal or something. So it's not clear yet the date, but it
yeah,
will
they
be.
I think Aditya sir sent a mail like in Jan there won't be any proposal submission. There would be a midterm submission, but in from the Feb we can have the proposal submission. The dates were I think first to third Feb.
Okay, okay.
and
Yeah.
sir, suppose that I gonna take data of any clothes. So how much? What would be the? I mean, how many months of data is sufficient or required?
It's depend on the problem statement, Fayaj. What problems? If you are going to form a problem statement on seasonality, then at least a year of data is required. So it's depend on what exactly your problem statement is, and the data requirement is on the problem statement.
Okay, sir.
If you can able to solve it within a month of data, then it is well and good. But it's like the data set requirement is strictly to the problem statements.
Okay, sir.
Next we have Abhishek.
Yeah, hello. Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah, go on.
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for this session, for the detailed explanation and everything. Uh, so, there are multiple questions I wanted to ask. I hope I
Mhm.
can take 5 minutes of yours.
Sure, sure, go on.
Yeah, so the first thing is that I am a business professional myself.
Okay.
So I happen to own two businesses. So is it allowed that I present the data of my own business, or it is mandatory that I have to approach another business and present the data of that
No,
business?
no, you can do it you with your own business. The crux is that there should be some anyone if in your business if they are like partner to you or something, then they should authorize you to use that data.
All right.
So
What if it's a proprietorship business and I'm the only one running it?
then probably you should write it to Aditya sir once and get the permission.
All
Uh,
right.
it's a special case in a way, but eventually, like those who are running their own business, like they what they do is that they like take all those that proof of originality requirement from their partners. So
All
that's
right.
the
All right. Okay. Thanks. So the other question is, what kind of support do we get from the team? I mean, the IITM team. Are there regular sessions and videos and
yeah, sessions and video. Yeah, sessions are there, and apart from that, now there is this mentor mentee thing. So you get if you require, then you get mentee assigned, a mentor assigned to you, which will actually going to help you with the analysis and all those report, because the analysis part should not be discussed in any public meeting, so it should be 101. So for that, the mentor, which are basically a senior student, I am also a mentor
hmm.
for this project. So there is a form which has been circulated. You actually fill the form and then you'll get the support.
Okay. Okay. So another thing is uh, we just talked about somebody whose midterm got rejected.
Okay.
So, I mean, why do they reject? What are the reasons behind rejections? Generally.
The very general reason is the rubrics. If you are not following the rubrics, then it is 100% sure that your report going to be rejected. Okay, and next is the technicalities. The rubrics takes the first stage. Okay, if you are like a little bit okay with technicalities, they adjust that. Okay, they give a margin to it. But yeah, next is the technicalities. Technicalities in terms of the analysis that you are conducting, if it is right or wrong, or if you are if you are establishing those rationale and justifications properly, they will see it. They will look it closely, and those are the things specifically they expect the report at like a very like a formal and professional report. I have seen reports which are like it's a pain, like they have just written a story in paragraphs and they submitted it.
Hmm.
Okay, so it should not be like that. Okay, so then obviously you should expect a rejection. And next I would say that if you are using graphs, then it should have this figure numbers. It should have proper y level, x levels. Okay,
Okay.
if like proper legends and such, like it should come like a proper practice of academic should be there, or the requirements. Okay.
Okay. Okay. One more thing. Now it says 10 slides maximum. So
Yeah.
that is the upper limit for the slides. So
No, it's upper limit. Yes.
so I mean, there are a number of things that you mentioned. Let's suppose I have the data and everything ready with me.
Yeah.
That's
So
for presentation.
so how did you manage to sum everything up in just 10 slides? I mean,
No, that's for the presentation part, Abhishek. It is like the you have three reports paired to that. One is the proposal. You have to give all those input about organization background, problem statements, your background to the problems, and then your intuitive like problem solving approach, basically. And next you're going to the midterm where you're submitting your primary analysis. Okay, preliminary analysis basically, in which also there is a proof of originality and all those stuff. And then comes the final report where you're submitting basically the answers to your problem statement, conduct
okay.
your final analysis, their results, the interpretation of it, and then recommendations. And the viva is like it is expected that you should not put all the analysis, the key analysis and key findings that actually impact
Okay.
your project should be there. And apart from that, they will anyway, like whenever viva instructor comes, they will see your previous report so that they have also a good understanding. So you just
Okay.
PPT is
So it's
just for,
basically a summary of the work
yeah,
done. Okay.
Because whenever you are like going to present in any profile, you are already concerned with the business, so uh, people are not very much interested, or they get
Right.
bored when you are like giving this whole
Right.
thesis and lectures there in the presentation. So it's like a kind of a uh, presentation in any like formal institution, that you have to present a crux of your
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, got it. So one last question. Sorry if I've
Yeah,
taken
yeah,
a
go
lot of
on.
time. Yeah. So generally, how long does it take this project? How I mean, I know it can be different for
If you
different.
have the data, okay, if you, it's obviously different
Let's
for
say
different,
let's say I have the data ready with me.
then ideally it is like 3 to 4 months. Like ideally it should be 3 to 4 months. Now you can do it in a month or 2 months, that's okay, but you should give it 3 to 4 months to do the analysis properly, basically.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Mm. Apart from that, if I say on timelines, I have even for myself, just to find a correct business, it takes me a year, and thereafter 3 months with the project. So it's a 1 year and 3 months journey.
Oh,
Yeah.
so if I need to submit it this term, I should start it right now. If,
Yeah, I suggest that start with the proposal submit. I think in the February they will going to open the proposal, submit it then, and thereafter work on the your primary analysis and submit in the March, and then in the April you can submit your final report, give the Fiverr, and you're done with the project.
okay. Okay. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Yogi Raj, go on.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Sir, I have a doubt, which is how do they evaluate basically the submitted data is primary or secondary, sir?
The proof of originality,
Yeah. Okay.
the
So
proof
that
you are submitting, it is, and then the trends in the data. If it is real data, then it has this like variable trends. You cannot create it using whatever tools you are going to use. Okay,
yes,
so
sir, yes.
that is there, and then proof of originality. It's because if you are like missing on proof of originality, then like midterm you never pass.
Got it. Got it. So there are some in actual data there are some irregularities present, which are not present in the.
Maybe not as well. Some businesses which are organized, they maintain proper strict data, which is actual to ideal data. So
Okay. Okay.
the and it anyway going like you cannot hide it proper. But if you anyway come up with fabricated data by yourself and manage to have some business contact to get all those interviews and ABCD, then also this project will not add any skills to you. I'm very clear on that part. So just doing the project will not be your goal. Understanding it clearly, take the flavor of it, because when you are going to in some industry or in any, you are going to like start your own business, then this understanding will help you very much, I'll say.
True, sir. Right. Right.
The
And
proper flavor,
yes.
have some communication thing with the business, try to get them try to convince them to get the date, to get your data. But yeah, convincing should be like the focus should be helping them, not get just to get take help from them.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, I also have second doubt, which is you said about rubrics. Could you explain about that?
Yeah, there is a whole lot big document that will be shared by the instructor to you. So rubrics are the standard things, like this section should contain these things, and this section is like of that of much mark that contain that much marks. All those things are written there. So rubrics are the standard guidelines that they give you to do this project in simple.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So next we have Krishna. Go on.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Krishna.
Sir, my doubt is that can we do this project with the PG data,
PG means like
business
yeah,
name
yeah,
like
you can do that. It's like a rent business, no?
Yes, yes, rent business.
Yeah, you can do that. Any
Rent.
businesses, like you can do it with a
Okay.
fuchka wala or
One,
golgappe
my
wala,
one doubt is that
some
most of the
vegetable shop like that.
PG owner they don't give their data. Like they in Delhi they don't give their data. So suppose I am living in a PG and I
Mm.
can I create my data by analyzing this rooms and rent?
If business owner is not consenting you to collect the data, like how you are going to establish the proof of originality? You are just stealing the data in a way, na? So you can collect the data, it's good, but then have consent from the owner or the or whoever is the point of contact for this business. Okay.
Okay, okay. No, I
So
am living in a PG and I am analyzing this regularly per month, like how many rooms are there and how many are filled, and I know the rent of each room. So I can generate data, right?
then yeah, you can like calculate, not generate data, you are like gathering the data.
Yeah, yeah, I
Okay,
understand.
but again you have to, the owner should consent you that you are like they are like okay that you are doing this business on doing this project on their business.
Okay, okay. And does the IITM ask some proof or something like how you
Yes.
have created trust or how you have
Yeah,
gathered
you
data?
are you how you this is like a data gathering part. So you can write those things in your in your like analysis method section that I have collected yeah, or sorry, in the problem solving approach there is a subsection which is intended data collection. So you can write I am going to collect this data in this way.
Okay, okay, okay. So do they ask the number of the owner or something like they need to contact the
They
business
ask
owner?
for a video. They probably can ask for numbers as well. I'm
Okay.
not sure what is like. I think numbers are also nowadays like they are asking if they find suspicious. So I suggest don't like the good way is to go to your owner and in a way that you are going to only help that person. Na? So
Okay.
just like be some like come out of your cell and just go to them and talk with them, make them understand that like I think that your like this PG business has some issue. Okay, I think it should be improved in this way, or not issue, if not issue, just say that I think your business should be improved in this way. I just want to gather the data by myself or collect the data myself. I just want you consent to conduct this business. For that I need a letter from your a letter signed by you and a small tutorial, or sorry, not tutorial, a small interview with you that I should submit to the college. So that's all.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, just
But the
like
main thing is na, that some of the PG owner don't pay the tax and they
yeah,
actually
like
don't use the online method to collect the rent. They use instead cash. So they sometimes got like why I will share the data to you. So
yeah.
they
So tell them that you are not going to submit your analysis to income tax department, and it is nowhere connected with income tax department. Even it is very common practice in, if you go to unorganized sector businesses, even
yeah,
big
yeah.
businesses which are operating like they are doing good, but they are not like maintaining data for the just for the sake of saving taxes and such. But it is anyway you are not going to file it, so make them understand that.
Okay. One last question is suppose I have taken gathered the data and I have consent with the owner also. So
Mm.
how will I proceed and what kind of analysis I can do with this data, PG data?
That is like the problems again. The analysis method comes. What are the problem statements you have in your hand? So if you're able to formulate problem statements, then yeah, then you can very easily get the methods all around. Then you can Google it even to get what methods you should conduct given the data set you have and given the problem statement you are aiming to solve. You can also use AIs to get okay, these are the methods you should do, and then learn about those methods and implement those methods. And eventually, when I am quoting AI, please and very like kindly do not use to write your report. If you are going to use AI to write your report, then it will going to be rejected at desk. Okay, you can use to get knowledge from the AI. Okay, do not use or utilize AI to write your report. Okay, report making and report writing is a simple task. You are already cleared 12th and all 12th, and then coming to this program you have cleared your English exam, English courses, so you have a decent understanding how should you write a report. So use that understanding and improve that as well. So that's there. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Siraj, go on.
So, good evening, sir. Sir, so my question is, you said that there should be a small video. So, what should be in actual it contain?
Just a normal formal chit chat, basically, in a way. Like you can ask what their business is, what the problem they are facing, that you that they think might creating some revenue problems or some like profitable loss or such, and like just discuss your problem statement, discuss their business, discuss uh, those things only.
Okay, and this all things should be mentioned in the report.
The video link should be there in the report.
Okay, video
Not,
link.
you should not have to write the transcript there. You just put the video link and they will watch it.
Okay,
Video link, few images of the business, and a letter of consent from the business.
and sir, data set link also mentioned.
Yeah, data set link as well. Data set link also should be there. Data set link, analysis collab, or analysis excels, and those things you should put there in the proof of originality section.
Okay, sir, and are there any example of report and do you have report presentation?
Follow rubrics and try to understand the rubrics. Follow it. The best I will
So,
suggest.
okay, so you don't have any of the.
Uh, like you can get it from like me or the seniors, but it is not recommended that all the reports you should have to learn this. Like if you are getting some rejections, it is okay. It is like if you are getting some rejections because of your poorly formatted report, it is okay. But if you able to understand the rubrics and follow it properly, then you actually need not to have any examples or such dummy reports or anything. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, and could you please share the Canva link of that presentation you shared now?
Yeah, I'll share the presentation with Shreyans or Swati.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
They will share it to you. Yeah. Next we have Abhishek.
हेलो भैया।
Yeah.
मैंने इस टर्म में मैंने बीडीएम प्रोजेक्ट लिया था, है ना?
Okay.
तो एक क्लॉथिंग होलसेल को मैंने अप्रोच किया था, तो मैंने पूछा प्रॉब्लम के बारे में, तो दे डोंट हैव एनी आइडिया कि मतलब क्या फेस कर रहे हो, है ना? तो
हाँ।
मैंने सेल्स और परचेस डाटा मतलब शेयर करने के लिए बोला उनको, तो वो 6 मंथ का टोटल डाटा मुझे दे दिए। मतलब डे वाइज तो मुझे नहीं दे पाए, बट 6 मंथ टोटल सेल्स कितने हुए हैं हर एक एसकेयू का। बट उसके बाद मैं क्या एनालिसिस करूं, मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा, क्या कर सकते हैं इसके
प्रॉब्लम
बाद?
स्टेटमेंट्स नहीं पता रहेगा तो डेटा का क्या करोगे? सिंपली मैं यही
मैं
बोल
सोचा कुछ
रहा हूँ।
इन्फर कर सकूं उससे, मतलब।
नहीं, इन्फर कर सकते हो अगर डेटा सेट है तुम्हारे पास तो तुम समझ सकते हो बेसिक बेसिक एनालिसिस। ऐसे ही सिंपल ग्राफ्स ड्रॉ करके देखो, कुछ कुछ कॉलम्स को मिक्स मैच करके कि कुछ आ रहा है कि समझ में। तो बेटर वे ये है ना कि किसी को, अभी मैंने बताया ना, किसी को पता नहीं रहता है कि अगर उसका बिजनेस प्रॉफिट कर रहा है ना,
या
नॉर्मली
मतलब
ये
प्रॉफिट
स्मॉल
कर रहा है तो आइडिया नहीं है
स्मॉल
उनको कि क्या
बिजनेस
फेस
और
कर रहा है।
अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड बिजनेस वो केयर नहीं करते कि उनके पास उनका कुछ प्रॉब्लम भी है। उनका प्रॉब्लम्स इमीडिएट होता है। अच्छा, लोन हो गया 10 लाख का, प्रॉब्लम है ये, ठीक है। आज जो है 10 हजार का सेल, आज जो है 10 हजार का होना था, 8 हजार हुआ। कल अगर वो 20 हजार का हो गया तो वो प्रॉब्लम नहीं था, ठीक है। वो मार्केट ऐसे ही काम करता है, ठीक है।
ओके,
तो
मैं
इस
ये पूछा था, तो डेली बेसिस का डाटा लेना जरूरी है क्या, मतलब?
नहीं, कोई भी डेटा जरूरी नहीं है, सिंपली, ठीक है। तुम 2 दिन का डेटा लेके भी काम कर सकते हो अगर तुम्हारा प्रॉब्लम उससे सॉल्व हो रहा है तो। पहले प्रॉब्लम आइडेंटिफाई करना जरूरी है अभिषेक, ठीक है। ओके। सो और ओनर को पता नहीं होता है प्रॉब्लम क्या है। तुम पहले बिजनेस को समझो, वो किस तरह से ऑपरेट करते हैं उसको समझो, ठीक है। तो उसके बाद सोचो, ठीक है। हैव सम लाइक मतलब सोचो क्या प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है, ठीक है। पूरा प्रॉब्लम का लिस्ट बनाओ, 10-15 प्रॉब्लम्स लिखो कि मुझे लग रहा है आपके बिजनेस में ये प्रॉब्लम है, ये है, ये है, ये है। उसमें से कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स होंगे जहाँ पे वो सोचेंगे अच्छा हो सकता है ये प्रॉब्लम। कुछ प्रॉब्लम है तो बोलेंगे नहीं नहीं ये सब प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। पर कुछ प्रॉब्लम में वो ऐसे फील दिखाएंगे हो सकता है, और कुछ प्रॉब्लम लेंगे हाँ ये तो है, ठीक है। जो प्रॉब्लम में हाँ ये तो है और जो प्रॉब्लम में वो ये बोले कि ये हो सकता है, वो सारे प्रॉब्लम्स तुम्हारे प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट है, समझे। फिर उसको थोड़ा सा और फॉर्मल वे में यूज करो, फॉर्मल में फॉर्मुलेट करो,
ये
उसके बाद
वन
जो डेटा है उसे सॉल्व करो।
ओके, वन मोर क्वेश्चन कि मतलब कितना देर का ड्यूरेशन होना चाहिए वीडियोस के? मैंने आपके वीडियोस देखे थे प्रोजेक्ट वाले, वो काफी लंबा था आई गेस।
प्रोजेक्ट
उतना नेसेसरी है क्या बात करना?
मेरे प्रोजेक्ट वाले वीडियोस कौन से?
आई गेस उनके बुक, कैप्स्टोन बुक में।
ओह नो, नॉट नेसेसरी, लाइक 5-6 मिनट इज ओके। वो वाला मेरा पोस्ट प्रोजेक्ट वीडियो होगा आई थिंक कैप्स्टोन बुक में।
ये प्री वाला भी मीन्स काफी लंबा था तो उतना
हाँ,
मतलब।
बिकॉज मेरा प्रोजेक्ट जो था वो काफी मतलब एंड टू एंड था, और लाइक
आई
वी
थिंक
जस्ट
उतना रेडी भी नहीं होता ना ऑनर
नहीं,
बात
फाइव
करने के
टू
लिए
एट
उतना
मिनट्स एट मैक्स, 5 to 8 minutes एट मैक्स। सो इन माय केस लाइक उन्होंने तो पूरा बिजनेस ही मुझे दे दिया था कुछ टाइम के लिए, ऐसा ही फील हो रहा था। सो आई हैव एक्सेस टू एवरीथिंग बिकॉज देयर बिजनेस इज रनिंग एनीवे, लाइक वो मरने ही वाला था, तो जस्ट so
थैंक यू।
that's what happened. It's a recording call. Ask chance if you can cut that part.
ओके ओके।
No, no, no. I mean, this is also insightful only.
Okay, so it's like video 5-6 minute just for to establish that you have actually मैंने तुमने कांटेक्ट किया उस बिजनेस से, उसी को एस्टैब्लिश करने के लिए चाहिए होता है सिंपली। ठीक है, और मेरे टाइम पे अब जस्ट कीप ऑन डिस्कसिंग, तो वो कब पता नहीं वो 9 मिनट की जगह पे शायद 18 मिनट हो गया था। I'll just keep it because cut like I'm sort of time basically, it's like too much things, so मैंने उसको काटा छाटा नहीं दे दिया। So ideally it should be under 9 minutes. They recommend it to keep it under 8 or 9 minutes, I guess. So keep it within the limit.
ओके भैया।
Okay, and I'll say that yeah, go on. Like next we have Prachi.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Sir, I want to ask if we want to apply for mentor for project, individual mentor, where we have to means we have to mail to support for that or what?
You can mail to support, else like they will give you a form once the term will start. Okay, you can also mail to support, and they will allot a mentor. And apart from that, yeah, you can fill the form when the term, like when new term start, they will circulate a form for sure. And like I'll say that connect with some seniors who have done this project and get their insight as well. So it's anyway the senior students are mentors only, no? So if you have some contact within your house or within the groups or you are having, so you can ask them to help you as well. That also works. So in a way that just or if you are not getting the help from there, then you can then or again in either you can come to the like this to take help from mentors.
Okay. Mentor will guide in every stage, right?
Yeah, in every stage with your analysis as well. Like if you are stuck with some analysis, then they can debug your Python code as well, like help you debugging your Python codes, or like solving, or like do like creating some good graphs using Excel, so they can help you on those parts as well.
Okay. 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 Thank you, sir. Uh, okay. Uh, just like in the same way, the help in subject mentor,
Yeah,
same way
yeah.
they will help in project also, right?
Yes, and here it is 101, and in almost all project like Mad 1, Mad 2 also has now mentors, so they will have provide the support 101. Like if you need, you can get from there.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So coming next, we have Vinod Kumar. Vinod, go on.
Yeah, I have only BDM project left for my
Yes.
diploma in data science.
Okay.
And should I wait for proposal to start from February 2025?
Yeah, so there is no other way, Vinod. You have to start from the proposal. You cannot submit midterm before submitting proposal.
Yeah, okay, okay. Okay, Abhijit, yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Do you have your business? Like, do you able to find the business?
Yes, yes.
Nice.
Yeah. I
Next,
was
we have
working on it. Yeah.
good. Karthik, go on. Hi, Karthik.
Am I
Am I audible?
Hello.
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah. Sir, actually, in BDM project, they are recently sent an email saying that for January we can provide only midterm and for submission. Is that for
Hmm.
people who are repeating the BDM project course?
No, it's for all.
Then I don't know how, without having our proposal, how some people can submit their midterm and final.
So those who have already submitted proposal, they can submit them their midterm and final in January. You are like submitting it new, so you can start your journey from February. But before that, you can work on your proposal. You can also start working on the midterm as well. Okay. If your
Okay.
proposal get accepted, then you can submit it in the February itself because you if you have the time. Okay. Otherwise, you do the proposal, submit in your February, get the results, work on your midterm and submit it in March, and then finals in the April.
Okay. Sir, and one more thing, for the video component, for which we have to take interview, like thing, can we take it
Mm.
in our regional language? Because I
Yeah, yeah,
asked them.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty much okay. I also no, I made him speak in English. So yeah, there are many who are taking the things in regional language, and it is acceptable.
Okay. Sir, and one more thing, for my proposal, let's assume that my proposal data are good. For example, I get a data for 1 year, but my what to say, but my other components are very bad. Let's assume that. Should I change the business when I feel that what to say, when the evaluators say that your project is not good? Should I change the data itself, or will I be allowed to use the same data but with some other technique?
No, if you have the business and you have the like you are doing primary route, no?
Sir?
You are doing on primary route, like you have a business on which you are doing this report.
No, I am not having business. That is, I know one guy who has a
Yeah, yeah,
business.
like you have connected with a business over which you are doing this project.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no, no, no. Obviously not. You do not have to change the data or business, but you have to improve the reports and the whatever the missing or gaps in the report, you have to improve those.
Okay. Sir, and one more thing. Actually, and I found one more business who said that I am ready to give the data. But the problem I feel is like the business has been only old for 3 months only. Is that fine? Can I start with that? Or should I look for some other better business?
If you like, it doesn't matter which business you are working with, Karthik. It's the matter that the problem statements are real for that business. The data set you are getting from the business only and not for fabricating it. Next is next is that how you're able to solve the problem. So I have few friends, or I have seen like friends who are doing this project on Golgappa Wala, small iron shops. Okay, small iron shops, and like they able to they gather the data, they solve this project, they do this project, and the recommendation they put are very minute and simple, as simple as like they suggested that make a WhatsApp group, and then in WhatsApp group like for like there is a case. I think it is also there in the book where they work on an iron shop and they collect the data, they themselves go and collect the data for 3 months, and the insights or the recommendation they made to the that iron shop owner is that you should have a simple things like you should have WhatsApp group, and in that WhatsApp group whenever someone has some clothes for laundry, then they just add like a ping, and then you can just go to those houses only and collect those clothes. So these simple recommendations are good. Its project is among the best projects. So it's not matter the level of business, the amount of data. It's all matters the problem statement, and if the data set is enough to solve the problem statement and the recommendation insight analysis that you are doing there. Okay.
Okay. So I can prohibit that business which is just 3 months old, right?
Yeah, you can do that. Even new businesses and like drowning businesses, you have more challenges to explore in terms of problem statement. So you can do well actually because you have so little amount of data, and they're like startups or like recently started businesses has huge lot of challenges in front of them. So is a good it like you can make this project a good one.
Okay. Sir, and one more thing, you said that we can propose suggestions like we can start a WhatsApp group like that. But my question is like, is that
Yeah,
working out really?
if your insight is saying that, yeah, come again,
Yeah,
please.
that is you said that we can start a WhatsApp group for the Golgappa wala. But will that really work out? My question is like that only.
Will that
Because I have gone to, will that really work
last
out?
line?
For example,
Your
starting a WhatsApp group.
Yeah, actually that works out. Because for example, for say that iron shop or the laundry shop who used to go to each flats every day or some day in a week now knows which specific homes he should has to go and collect the cloths for laundry. So these are like impactful recommendation. These are small recommendation but impactful recommendation, and he establishes that from the data set and data analysis that he has done. So that's the
Okay.
crux. Like you should not say, okay, I do these things because I want you to do this thing because in my
Hello.
Just a second. I think there is some microphone issue. Yeah, because he's not speaking. Abhijit bhai, are you there?
yeah, sorry, my network got
Yeah.
disconnected. Apologies.
No worries, no
Yeah.
worries.
Okay, just to confirm, Shreyans, like the MLP is on the same link or we can continue for a few minutes.
No. It is on a different link. You can definitely continue.
Okay, so Karthik, are you clear?
Yeah, got it. So whether the solution is tangible or intangible, we can propose it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but it should be backed with your analysis.
Yeah, getting.
Yeah. Next we have Preeti.
Good evening, sir. Thank you so much for conducting the session. I missed parts of it. I will rewatch it later on in YouTube. But I had a couple of queries. Is that like if I have like an education institute who's a person, the owner of whom is ready to give me some data. So like for an education institute, like we won't be having like a like a clothes store or like a businessman who's got like monthly inventory stuff. So
Mhm.
I will have to go back like couple of years, right, for data hunting.
Mm.
So like I'm asking like the kind of data, because couple of months will not help me, right? Because it will be like
Yeah, you have to
yearly
go for a couple of years because school there is like a annual cycle of admissions and such.
admissions, right? And like that was one thing, and the other thing was like if like you said, like you have to talk to the owner, get all the like, problems that he's facing, and then see which you can show it on paper, right? So that is what we are expecting.
Yeah.
Is it like if we like if you're saying they're having like a an issue with teacher like teachers or like retention of teachers, so that won't be, I won't be able to show on paper like how to get back the teachers or something like that. So that will not be a good problem statement. What do you suggest?
Yeah, it will be a good problem statement, but yeah, I think like that, Preeti, that for example, that they have issues, the senior management has issues with teachers, and now how do you able to establish that fact with the data that matters here? Okay, you should just not make like your opinion on qualitative analysis only. Qualitative analysis may be a part of it, which you're able to gather by talking and by surveying and such, but you have to establish it in some quantitative way because it is a data analysis project or assignment. Yeah, okay, so
So in short, you mean to say that the data that I collect should point to that problem, is it? Should show
yes,
that there is a problem. Okay.
yes. So data is
Okay.
like for example, like you are saying that they have problems with teacher, then what you can do, you just collect the marks of the student, and then you can get some insight from those marks that okay, this teacher is starting in this class, so their or their score distribution is like that. So you can do that kind of analysis there. So these are also
Okay.
analyses that are very much like solvable problems. And if you like count this education as a business, then this business has a huge problem in that matter. It's a quality, like their quality or whatever it is, you can improve their
Correct.
image there. Yeah.
Correct. Okay. And so one more thing was like you were talking about the video, like the video proof. So
Yeah.
if like do they reject the submission if the video goes longer or something? It's not a
Uh,
or
See,
it is
it's
important.
not the issue of rejection, but you should keep it minimalistic as possible. In my case, it is like a different, because I should have keep it within 8 minutes. I thought that I will cut it, but then I am like I sort of time I will just give the same link. The thing is that you should follow the rubrics strictly. It's like you should
Okay.
keep within the 8 minutes, because if they wish to reject it because of that reason, no one going to say against the, you then again have to submit it also. It's better to follow and
Okay.
on the rubrics.
As much as possible. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it, sir. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Next we have once Jan.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, could you just please provide a sample presentation of any business problem so that we can get an idea?
Sample business presentation in which sense?
Sir, like what I just don't understand what do you say because I joined late and
Yeah,
I
this
don't
is
get
this
this
session is
idea.
recorded one, so you can again go back and like see this session. Apart from that, I'll ping you my own. There is like one session where I have explained all those things about my project. I'll try to find it out and ping it, so you guys can follow it. Like there I have explained how I like able to get to the problem statements and then able to solve the problem. The thing that I want to tell you once, so once you understand the business, you will find the problems by yourself. Okay.
Sure,
And
yes.
for the presentation part, it is like quite easier once you done with all the three stages before that. Even like four stages, like connecting with business, like writing a proposal, understanding, like getting the problem statement, gathering the data, after midterm, final term. So then viva and presentation will be much easier once you have done properly.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so next I think this one is Sairaj.
Sir,
Yes.
does the interview allows Zoom meeting or this kind of recording?
Yeah, it is allowed.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so I think Shreyans, we are done with it. And guys, I have put in this one video. So here I have discussed all around my project is actually available in the ATM guest channel. So and go through it so you can get more insights about problem statement formations and how to get an improvement.
Um,
Yeah, Yogi.
Sorry, can I ask one question?
Yeah, go on. But these two are final. Then we are closing this meet. We are almost 7. Yeah, go on, Madhusudhan.
Okay. I registered for the BDM project last time.
Okay.
I had some very challenging situations and I could not do anything related to that. Okay, my personal
Okay.
and official situation. So this term I have to register again, isn't it?
You have registered in the September 2024.
Yeah, yeah.
So you need not to pay the fee, but check it once if you have to register it again or not. Okay. You actually need not to have to pay the fee, but kindly mail one to support. So mail to support that check that if you have to registered it explicitly on the portal or not. Okay.
Okay. Because
I'll give you
I was not even able to make a proposal
no
because
no
of a
it's
lot of.
it's like the once you pay the fees, that fee for all the project, the fee will be carried for 2 terms, like one,
Okay.
the current term and the next term,
Okay.
next consecutive term.
Okay.
Yeah, Yogi Raj.
Hello, hello sir. Just a question related to that. I have also registered last term for the BDM project, and due to some reason, I was not able to complete that. So, if by chance if I am not able to submit in this term,
Mhm.
can I continue the same problem statement in the next
Right. You
upcoming
can
term?
continue the same problem statement in the next term, but you have to pay the fee again, I guess.
Okay, 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 sir. Got it.
Yeah.
How is that different to my case?
What?
Like, I also could not finish it, so I don't have to pay now, is it?
He is saying that after 2 terms.
Okay, okay, fine, I got it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Shreyans or Swati, I think we can conclude the meet.
Yeah, I think we can conclude the meet. So, yeah, one question was, where will you get the recording of the session? Now, the recording of the session will be on the Sundarbans channel, and what I'll do is I'll attach the link to the slides there only in the description or in the comments, and the video that Abhijit Bhai shared of his project, that also will be attached there only. So you'll find it from there. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Abhijit Bhai, for clearing everyone's doubts and giving your presentation on BDM project. I hope that helps everyone here, and hopefully everyone gets their PDM project done by this term or the next term or the next term.
Yeah, and thank you to you, Shreyans, and obviously Swati to arrange this session. It's a quite a fun with all you guys. And
Thank
I wish that all of you do the project well and make something good, like impactful in the for the business that you are working on, that with you you're supposed to, like, you're going to work on.
Yes, the essence of all this is to learn, and hopefully, we all learn something or the other about the real world, basically, because we are all sitting behind the screens, making apps, websites. But again, when you go out in the real world, explore the problems, that is something that will, give you that real confidence, the real knowledge about the world. You're welcome, Preeti. Yeah, so thank you, everyone. Until then, okay, MLP session is also going on. If you want to, have your doubts clear there as well, you can join the session. So yeah, until then, we'll meet tomorrow. Also, we have some sessions about MAD 1 and MAD 2. If you have those projects as well, those sessions can also be covered. Okay. Goodbye, everyone. I'll close the recording now.